Why did Cuba support Angola? Have you ever wondered how a small island nation like Cuba became involved in a distant African conflict? The story of Cuba's support for Angola is a fascinating chapter in the history of global communism. Let's break it down. Cuba's involvement in Angola began after the country gained independence from Portugal in 1975. This new nation quickly fell into a civil war, with various factions vying for power. Among these was the popular movement for the Liberation of Angola, known as the MPLA, which had a Marxist orientation. Cuba saw this struggle as part of a broader fight against imperialism and capitalism, aligning perfectly with its own communist beliefs. Cuba's support for Angola was not just about ideology. It was also a strategic move to assert its influence on the world stage. By backing the MPLA, Cuba aimed to promote Marxism-Leninism and help establish socialist governments beyond its borders. This intervention allowed Cuba to act independently and reduce its reliance on the Soviet Union, showcasing its commitment to socialist internationalism. Initially, Cuba sent military advisors and weapons to Angola. However, this assistance quickly escalated. Soon, tens of thousands of Cuban troops were deployed to fight alongside the MPLA against rival factions, including those supported by Western nations and South Africa. Cuban forces played a key role in securing control over major cities in Angola, preventing the collapse of the MPLA government. But Cuba's support went beyond military action. The nation also contributed to Angola's social and economic development. Cuban doctors, teachers, and engineers were sent to help build healthcare, education, and infrastructure systems. In fact, Cuban medical assistance was so impactful that Spanish became a significant language in Angolan medical education. Additionally, Cuba offered scholarships for Angolans to study in Cuba, creating a lasting ideological and cultural bond. While some of Cuba's agricultural and infrastructure efforts faced challenges, the overall support stemmed from a genuine commitment to help Angola build a socialist society. Cuba viewed the Angolan conflict as a crucial front in the global struggle against imperialism and capitalism, consistent with its communist ideals. In essence, Cuba supported Angola because it saw the conflict as part of a larger fight for socialism in Africa. The military and humanitarian assistance aimed to secure a Marxist government in Angola and promote solidarity among socialist movements. This intervention reflected Cuba's broader policy of supporting anti-colonial and socialist movements worldwide, highlighting the interconnectedness of communist struggles across continents.